What if I told you that almost every time you think you've read someone correctly, you're probably wrong? You think you can tell when someone is lying. You think you can judge character in seconds. You trust your instincts about people. But according to Malcolm Gladwell, that confidence is exactly the problem. Because when it comes to strangers, we don't just make mistakes, we make predictable, systematic mistakes. And those mistakes can destroy relationships, careers, even lives. The big idea. In Talking to Strangers, Gladwell argues something uncomfortable. Humans are fundamentally bad at understanding people we don't know. Not occasionally bad, not sometimes wrong, consistently bad. And the scary part? We don't realize it. We walk through life thinking, I'm good at reading people. I can tell who's trustworthy. My instincts are solid. But they're not. And today, you'll see exactly why. Your brain is wired to trust. Let's start with the first big mistake. You trust people too easily. Not because you're naive, but because your brain is designed that way. Psychologists call this the default to truth, meaning when someone talks, you believe them. When someone explains, you accept it. When someone denies, you trust it. Why? Because society literally can't function without trust. Imagine questioning every single person, every teacher, every friend, every stranger. Life would break. So your brain takes a shortcut. Assume people are telling the truth unless proven otherwise. Sounds good until it's not, because this is exactly why scammers succeed, criminals manipulate, toxic people fool others. Your strength, trust, becomes your weakness. The biggest myth, I can read people. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. You probably believe this, I can tell what someone is feeling by looking at them. Facial expressions, body language, tone. But Gladwell says that belief is a myth. We assume emotions are transparent, that what's inside a person shows clearly on the outside. But in reality, people are not transparent at all. Nervous people can be innocent. Calm people can be lying. Smiling people can be hiding pain. There is no universal look for honesty, guilt, or confidence. And yet, we judge people as if there is. That's where things go wrong. The mismatch problem. Some people are what Gladwell calls mismatched, meaning their external behavior doesn't match their internal reality. Example, someone laughs when they're uncomfortable. Someone looks calm under pressure. Someone avoids eye contact even when telling the truth. But we interpret these signals incorrectly. They're acting weird, must be guilty. They look confident, must be honest. That's a dangerous assumption because we're not judging truth, we're judging how well someone fits our expectations. Even experts get it wrong. Here's the most shocking part. Even trained professionals are bad at this. Judges, detectives, intelligence officers, people whose job is literally to read others, perform only slightly better than random guessing. Let that sink in. Experts are barely better than chance. So what makes us think we're so good at it? Ansel, overconfidence. We don't just make mistakes, we are confident in our mistakes, and that's what makes them dangerous. Context changes everything. Here's the key shift that changes everything. Stop focusing on the person, start focusing on the situation, because behavior is heavily shaped by context. Think about it. People act differently under stress, differently under pressure, differently in unfamiliar environments. But we ignore that. Instead, we label people. He's rude, she's dishonest, they're suspicious, when in reality, the situation might be driving the behavior. This is one of the biggest mindset upgrades you can make. Instead of asking, what kind of person is this? Ask, what situation are they in? Why this matters? This isn't just theory. Misunderstanding strangers leads to broken relationships, bad hiring decisions, unfair judgments, missed opportunities, and sometimes serious consequences. Because when you misread a stranger, you trust the wrong people, you doubt the right ones, you react based on false assumptions. So what should you actually do? Gladwell's answer is simple but powerful. Be less certain. Don't rush to judge. Don't overtrust your instincts. Don't assume you understand people quickly. Instead, be curious, be patient, be humble. Because the truth is, you don't see people as they are. You see them as your brain interprets them, and that interpretation is often wrong. If you found this eye-opening, hit like and subscribe, because the next video will break down another idea that will completely change how you see the world. And trust me, you don't want to miss it.